Hello everyone, this is season 41, war number 6, and we're against GT40. First up I got this Tiger on path 6. I took this fight, I think it was last war, or maybe the war before, with Doom again. And yeah, the plan is basically power backs and just spam SP2 and SP1 while controlling her power. I did have Torch, but I do prefer Doom for this fight just because you have a bit more control over the fight. The thing is, if you're using Torch, then you can't really control power. You're kind of relying on the AI to throw specials. But with Doom and power backs, I can just throw SP2 like that, and then throw my SP1, and I'm controlling the power, and I don't have to bait any specials out. So yeah, get to another SP2, and drop it, and this finishes her off. Next up, I've got this Mojo on the shared mini in section 1, and I'm going to be using Torch. I'm going to get a pre-fight from Raze and a taxi. Initially I was meant to put my Nova Flames on a different fight, but I said I'd use it on this one instead, just so that I can potentially get my pre-fight back and use it for another fight. My Torch is only Sig 100 though, so I didn't end up getting it back. So yeah, just apply the Nova Flames there, back out, make sure the 2 pre-fights are both there. And basically the plan for this fight is just knock him down at the start of the fight and just parry medium light medium. He should die really fast. My Torch is rank 4, and yeah, this Mojo's already dropping really fast, down to 70% already. I did decide to bait an SP1 out. Don't know if that really was necessary, to be honest. I just don't like baiting the SP2 just in case I get clipped by it. But yeah, he goes down really fast. What was that, 27 seconds? And next up we got this Man-Thing on node 22, and I'm using Rhulk. It's a decent placement for Man-Thing, but you know, Rhulk just destroys this fight really. There's no point really getting a node in shock because Man-Thing will just eat the buff. So yeah, I just got to play around the node. And yeah, the plan for this fight was basically just pop in Invuln and tank SP3 if needed. But as you saw there, I lost my Invuln really early, I just missed a parry. So yeah, I've just got to watch the buffs on me and, you know, pay attention to the MD and the power that he gets. But yeah, it's a really simple fight. So they're beta special. I'm also trying to avoid triggering decks where possible, just so that I can avoid giving him that extra power. So yeah, here, drop the SP3. It'll put a nice Incinerate on him and do some good damage. So here, push into SP2, and I'm going to try bait this out. And I have no buffs on me at the minute, so there's no worry of him going to an SP3. Also, the shocks don't really do that much damage, so it's alright if I get 1 or 2 on me, because I get armor breaks on me to heal me up as well. So yeah, I'm going to block this just so I don't trigger MD. Or Dex, sorry. So now we're in the shock phase. Got a couple shocks on me, so I'm just going to wait it out. This fight would have gone a lot faster if I had suicides on, but I didn't really see the need to put suicides on for this fight because the fight's pretty much the same with and without suicides. It's just a little bit slower. So next up I've got this Mephisto on path 5, and this is where I wanted to use another Torch pre-fight, but I didn't get it back, so I'm going to use Rhulk instead, which is fine. You're going to see this fight goes pretty well. So I got me intercepted really early there. And the plan for this fight is to kind of like block his special ones and not trigger decks. It doesn't matter if I trigger decks while I've got this Fate Seal on me, but when it goes like now, I'm going to try and not trigger decks. There, get a nice lightning intercept. And I'm going to try and avoid triggering decks as much as I can. and block the special ones to try and build up my charges to do more damage. They're getting intercept right as the timer expires, and yeah, he's just dying really fast. Rhulk's really good, really underrated in my opinion, even without this global. So yeah, Mephisto goes down, 45 seconds, not bad. Next up I've got this Absorbing Man on 5, and I'm going to be using Doom. The plan for the fight is basically, I'm going to bait an SP1 at the start of the fight, and I'm going to heavy counter it, and that will remove his form, and because Doom is such a good power control champ, he shouldn't really activate another special for the rest of the fight. So yeah, here I'm going to back off, bait this SP1, and then I'm going to heavy counter. Now he's not got a phase, I'll turtle up, go for a light intercept, drop my SP1, and that puts me to an SP2. I'm going to turtle up here, get the reparry, and basically I'm just going to get to an SP3, hopefully before this Fury expires. So yeah, we throw the SP3 there, and this does some pretty good damage. And after this I'm just going to do, you know, the normal Doom cycle. But because I had power backs on, I had to cut the combo a bit short. Here I was going to go for an intercept with the SP2, but he just walked up and didn't hit into me. But you know, that's fine, it still did some good damage. So here, push him to the SP2, bait it out, and then I'm going to heavy counter it to remove his form. And then I'm going to go for an intercept here to remove the protection. Turtle up so he doesn't throw a special. And I think I dropped this SP2. This should kill. Yep. And Absorb Man goes down. 1 minute 24, I think that was. Not too bad, pretty clean fight. And next up I got this Rintra, and I'm going to be using Torch, and this is where I was initially assigned my Torch pre-fight. But Ray's ended up giving me his. I mean, my Torch is rank 4, his is only rank 3, so you know, it just makes sense for me to take it. So yeah. So here I'm trying to get an intercept, but he just intercepted me instead. So yeah, not a great start to the fight, but you know, it's still winnable. I'm just trying desperately to get an intercept, but this AI just doesn't want to give it me. And here I'm going to bait this SP1. And to be honest, at the start of this fight, I actually forgot about his charges and that I needed to knock him down. I was just focusing on medium him. But yeah, then I realised and knocked him down, so I'm going to start heavying him a little bit more now. So here, use the light attack to try and bait the special out. I believe I go for a medium light and then go for an intercept, yeah. Get the intercept. And he's just melting. This is a rank 5 Rintra, but Torch is just broken for Mystics. And yeah, he goes down under a minute. That's a rank 5 Rintra just deleted. And now for my last fight of the war, I've got this Chavez on 53. I don't really understand why she's placed here when Torch and S91 are open, but it is what it is. The only way this fight can really go wrong is if I let her finish a heavy and then she gets to an SP2, but I'm just not going to let her do that. The plan for the fight is basically just interrupt a heavy after the first hit in case she gets to an SP2. So here I do it there, and I'm going to block the special one just so I don't trigger Dex. Here, interrupt after the first hit again. It doesn't really matter if I push it to an SP2 because, again, I'm interrupting a heavy after the first hit, so it won't be unblockable. And yeah, Torch without pre-fight is just so much better here, obviously because of the stunning reflection. And yeah, she goes down in like 40 seconds or something. So yeah. We did end up getting the donut in RBG, and because one of their players didn't place defense, we actually ended up winning this war. It's kind of a shitty way to win the war, but at the same time, they made a mistake and we won because of it. Just like if someone forgot to, you know, use an Invorn or boost up or took a fight wrong, you know, any mistake that is related to war is, you know, something that you can lose on. So I mean, GG's to GT, and yeah, hopefully we can beat him in the rematch and potentially get first this season. So yeah, see you in the next one.